When you think of the summer season, swimming and picnics may come to mind, but for many families, concern about feeding the family is all they can think of. Our sponsor, Gleaners Community Food Bank, is partnering with Citizens Bank to help make sure this is a hunger-free summer, and they are inviting you to help out. Joining us live is Gerry Brisson, President and CEO of Gleaners, and Rick Hampson, President of Citizens Bank, Michigan. Gentlemen, thanks for being here.
Very nice to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Gerry, how is Gleaners responding to the great need this summer in particular?
Well, we're out there with a lot more trucks and a lot more visibility. We added 70 sites for people to come to and get food. And that's in addition to the literally hundreds of partners that we normally work with to make sure the community is fed. And of course, as soon as schools closed, we knew that kids were going to need food because a lot of kids depend on those meals in school. So obviously we've been working with Citizens Bank for 10 years on Hunger-Free Summer. I never imagined on our 10th anniversary we would have this much more need and this much more challenge.
Well, why is that?
Well, because over 300,000 kids in the 5 counties we serve, and that's Wayne, Oakland, Macomb, Livingston, and Monroe counties, they need free and reduced lunches when they're in school. And so when school is closed, and that's true for every summer, but even more now, you know, suddenly those meals weren't available. Those families had no time to plan, and it just keeps going on and on and on. That, you know, while there's some hope that the economy is going to totally open up, we're clearly not there yet. We continue to see pandemic numbers that are disturbing in terms of the number of cases and those kinds of things. And so people are very, very uncertain. And of course, food insecurity is one of the big uncertainties that we want to take off the table for these families.
So, Rick, how is Citizens Bank adding value to people's donations?
So what we are doing is matching those donations dollar for dollar along with other partners of ours, other sponsors, like Ford Motor Company and others. And so we're matching those donations, and every dollar is getting 6 meals out to the community, the kids, to seniors, to families that need those meals.
So why is it important for citizens to do this? You know, if you think of all the different corporations, banks, entities out there, why is it part of your mission?
Yeah, so thank you for that question. So, you know, we are very focused on giving back to the community. Specifically for us, it's hunger, which obviously we're talking about right here, and financial literacy. And hunger is just such a basic need that if we can target that, we can partner with Gleaners and really make a difference in the communities where we're driving business, where we live, where we play. We think it's hugely important.
All right, Gerry, you know, people have this sort of nebulous idea in mind of like, okay, I donate, or maybe canned goods, maybe it's money, whatever. What do the donations that people provide, what do they really get?
Well, I would say 2 main things right now. Because we had to get 70 new sites up and running, we had to get some temporary staff to be out at those sites. It's really hard to use volunteers in the same way with pandemic risk and other things going on, and a lot of corporations that provide volunteers are shut down themselves. So one of the things they enable is the staff that it takes to go out and do all that work in the community. But the biggest thing it pays for is the food itself. So while much of our food does get donated, and certainly the federal government has stepped forward with some really important programs, we're still purchasing 40 to 50% of all the food that's being distributed. Now, we get really good prices on that, but in the last quarter, we distributed 20 million pounds of food. That's not a small number, and not all of that can be donated. So with your help, we're able to provide meals at a very low cost and get the produce and the milk and the eggs and the other things that people want and need as they're getting through this pandemic.
Gentlemen, doing God's work. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Help families in your own community have a hunger-free summer. Visit the website hungerfreesummer.org and make your donation today, and Michigan Citizens Bank will match it.